this tutorial, we're going to be integrating the 5 principles in the spine strengthening series. We're going to be starting with our first posture, Bhujangasana, Cobra. There are a few different styles of Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. In Yin Yoga, we use like a lazy Cobra, and in Hatha Yoga, we use our hands to push up, and we're not too concerned about where the positioning of the feet is. But for Bikram, Bhujangasana, we're very specific. So we're going to start by bringing the chin forward, lengthening out of the lower spine. Good. And then we're going to place the hands very close to your chest. And 5 fingers together, wrist straight, everything pulling into the midline, the forearms, rolling the legs in. Good. Excellent. So she's pointing her toes, and that's going to activate her glutes. As you pull into the midline, her legs become lighter, tighter, and stronger. From toes to waist, locked in. And that's going to allow for her to really activate her abdominal wall and her lower lumbar strength to create that lift up out of the lower spine as she moves into a beautiful backward bend. So now that she's aligned and she's lengthening up out of the lower spine, her legs are solid and concrete. She's going to take a big inhale to prepare, filling the lungs. And as she exhales, she's going to roll the shoulders back. She's moving 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders and hips stay aligned. Good. So the belly is off the floor. She's pulling in and looking up a little bit more for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, slowly come down 1 vertebra at a time. Relax your arms, your legs. Face one side. Good, and now she's breathing nice and slow. Allow for a bit of an integration to take place. By lifting up out of the lower spine, she's activating her abdominal wall and her lower lumbar muscles, so there's no tension in her lower back. Ultimately, her abdominal muscles and her lower back muscles strengthen and support each other. And that is the correct way to apply all 5 principles in your Cobra pose. There are 2 components to the next posture, Locust Salabhasana. So the most important thing for me when I teach this is not about going depth. For depth, don't worry about that. You have the second set to move into depth. Your first posture of Locust is about realigning your body, making sure that the joints are perfectly stacked and that your breathing stays calm. So let's start by the positioning of the arms. We're going to bring the chin forward for Locust number 1. We're going to start by moving the chin forward, rolling onto the top of the shoulder blades, and then placing the hands palms down, facing your yoga mat. So ideally, your elbows are underneath the body, invisible. So this is what the hands look like. Okay, now for any reason, if you're feeling pain here and you're needing to bend, please place the arms to the side body. So there should be no pain in your arms. If so, they are to the side. Keeping the chin forward, we're going to start by relaxing your left leg. Good. Pointing your right toe, locking your right knee. Take an inhale first, and as you exhale, lift your right leg up. Good. So if you start to twist into your left hip, we bring the right hip down and forward. The hips are always square with your shoulders. Good. And look at her leg. As she lengthens, her right big toe becomes longer than her left big toe. If you bend your knee a little bit, Julie, good, just a little bit. Good. And she's not lengthening out of her lower lumbar, wrapping muscle around the bone to be lighter, tighter, stronger. The leg feels heavy and it also shortens. So lock the knee, extend, keeping your right hip down. Good. Pushing the palms into the floor, lift the leg up a little bit higher. Hold that. She can hold that. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. And exhale, bring your right leg down. Let's right away do the left leg. Inhale, left leg lift. So she's going to extend, lock, and point. Hips are square, beautiful. For the double leg lift, we're going to start by scooping the sit bones up and threading the arms a little bit deeper under the body so we come up onto the top of the shoulder blades. Important to bring your chin down in the direction of your chest. And this way we're going to keep a nice flat cervical spine. Keeping the integrity of the shoulder-hip alignment, the lengthening up out of the lower lumbar, and the pulling into the midline with the legs. So when Julie pulls her legs in, they stay lighter, tighter, stronger. So bend your knees a little bit if you can. Again, we don't want it weak and heavy. Beautiful. Let's pull into the midline, squeeze your bottom, pushing the palms down. We'll take a big inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, I want to lift the legs up. Beautiful. So she's got a lovely straight line of energy here. Keep pulling in. Push the palms down, mouth down, shoulders down. And excellent. Exhale, come down nice and slow. We always move with slow control. Lovely. And gently releasing the arms from underneath the body. Good. Bringing one side of the face to the floor. And we take a few breaths here, let the body integrate. Let the circulation come back to the fingertips. So while Julie's breathing, we're going to move into the next posture, which is your full locust, Purna Salabhasana. This posture is going to require you to activate and strengthen your thoracic spine. We often talk about the thoracic spine being the hardest part of the spine to stretch. So we'll bring the chin forward, Julie, shift the rib cage, create some space forward and reach the arms out to the side like wings. So we never just flop the arms to the side, we lift, we create that length, really key, that lengthening of the spine. It's a lift, lock and tuck. In Bikram, we keep the fingers together. In other styles of yoga, we'll spread the energy through the hands. Bikram pulling into the midline with everything we do. Fingers, arms out to the sides, nice, and now the legs exactly as they are. She'll point her toes, good. So her knees are beautifully locked. Remember, if the knees are not locked, they become heavy. With the chin forward and the eyes forward, you'll take an inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, she's going to lift her arms up. Nice, strong arms leading with her heart. Good. With the thighs off the floor and the chest off the floor. Pull the thighs in, point the toes, shoulders back. Now look up and breathe. Excellent. Nice, slow control. Come down and release. Bringing the arms to the sides, relaxing the fingers. Good. So she applied all 5 principles to her full locust, and now she allows for the breathing to slow down. And the final part that we do is your bow, your Dharana pose. Okay, so Julie, we're going to bring the chin forward this time, bend the knees, and bring your heels up really good. From this point, reach your arms back, really stretch them back, and we're going to grab the outside of the feet, 5 fingers together. So with the grip, we need to bring the 5 fingers together, pulling into the midline and keeping the wrists nice and straight. This is going to help you sustain your grip, especially once you start to sweat. We need the strength of the hands, we need the wrists nice and strong. From here, we're going to point the toes up, and that's going to help activate the glutes once we work into the kick. Before we begin, pay attention that you have your body aligned, stacking the joints, shoulders, hips, knees, heels, wrists, one line. Keeping the chin forward and the eyes opened, we're going to start by taking a big inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, we exert the energy and we move into a kick. Keep pointing the toes, beautiful. Shoulders start to roll back by using your kick. You know if you're kicking because your quads, your legs have to work. You'll feel them activating. With your thighs up, chest up, we're going to look up a little bit more. Point the toes and kick. Keep pulling the thighs in. Kick, kick, kick. And exhale. Slow release down, 1 vertebra at a time. Releasing your arms to the side body. Relaxing your legs. Good. That was moving into your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. Really important when we do work with the backward bends, the kick. The kick is responsible for allowing your upper body to create that lift, the lift, lock and tuck. Okay, so you'll know that you're kicking again because you feel it in your quads. Okay, really nice. And that was your spine strengthening series, applying all the principles, unlocking your yoga practice.